And so these are all of the ELA standards categories that we have. With phonics and phonemic awareness, we are dealing with those that come in the reading foundations. And the reading foundation standards are K to 5. If we're talking about grammar and conventions, that is under the language standard. But I wanted to take a quick look at these standards. So we have kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. Because one thing to notice about the standards and as they progress is that we have print concepts, phonological awareness, phonics and word recognition, and then fluency in kindergarten. In first grade, print concepts, phonological awareness, phonics and word recognition, and then fluency. But then when we get to second grade, phonics and word recognition and fluency only. So what's happening is that our print concepts and our phonological awareness are all found in our kindergarten and grade 1 standards. We're moving out of working with these ideas in phonics, and we're starting really to tackle all of the standards that go under phonics and word recognition. This is where we get into a lot more with syllabication, and it's where we get into a lot more with distinguishing vowels and actually being able to not only read and recognize, but now we're looking into spelling. So looking at vowels, they're probably what makes our language the most complex, because when we think about our consonants, we have one letter, generally one sound. When we start to think about our vowels, we have a whole range of complexity. Let's take a look here. This is a book on phonics patterns that has lists of word families. Just taking a look at long A. Look at all the different spelling variations when we can use long A here. And it continues. Then we get into long A sounds that aren't even spelled anywhere near what we would expect them. There's more. So just looking at one single vowel, we've got all of these rhymes for short A, more short A, more short A rhymes. And then again, once we get into long A's. One vowel, all of those different sounds. Now, as we're thinking about working with our short vowels, we have some phonograms to use. And this is just in various grade levels from kindergarten up to third. But then look at the long vowel list. Kindergarten first, second, and then third. It's kind of all over the place. So there are lots of tools and resources that we can use to help us with this. So there are all kinds of ways that we can work with phonograms or word families. This is a resource I picked up quite a few years ago that uses 37 of the most common phonograms, and I'll be emailing a couple of samples from this. I just took all of the ones that fall under a magic E idea. And so in working with word families, kids can do things like hunt for words with a particular word family in them. This resource also offers a way for them to read and write words. So ache, ale, aim, ate are all long A families that have the magic E or the silent E at the end. Then we have for eyes, ice, eyed, ein, and then we have for the O's, oak. Another resource that I'm sharing also comes again from the Recipe for Reading, and this is more of an assessment deck to take a look at if a student can recognize that when an E is at the end, it makes the vowel then give the long sound. So mop becomes mope. I love these. Some of them are nonsense words, but it's just a way to see if students can see that application. Then I also have a deck for vowel teams, which is interesting because this is bead, but this is head. Same spelling, completely different sound. So these cards are available to you to use as well.